Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm. We are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online's Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. How's everyone doing today? You may notice that I am trying out 720p today to see if it streams better than the 520 we've been doing for, or 540 we've been doing for a while. So let me know if the quality suffers. I'll switch it back to 540 next time, but I figured we'd give it a try this time and see how it goes. I apologize, my allergies have been real up lately, so if I sound a little out of breath and stuff like I did last year, it's because my allergies are acting way up, and there's not much I can do about it, so I apologize in advance. Alright, let's go ahead and go talk to Zora and kick off today's quest. We're going to try to finish the Alakir Desert today, if possible. We've got 2.5 hours to try to get it done. We've got a lot of progress made, so I feel like we can make it. While I'm thinking about it, though, I'm going to stick my thing there so I know what that is.
I see you there, but you must wait. A scholar's work is seldom urgent, but I have a request from the king himself. It seems the Ansei wards have been misplaced. Wait, I should not have... just forget I said that.
I recovered one of the wards at Tuwaka's throne.
You did? It has occurred to me that the Withered Hand might seek to use the wards to raise the consecrated dead at Tuwaka's throne. I am relieved that you stopped them. So now we just need to find the other two wards. My apprentice Shiri is traveling with Prince Azar, trying to find answers, but they need my research. Let me work. I will ensure you are notified when we know more.
How do you expect to find answers in a book?
It seems the power of the Ansei wards is somehow linked to their lives of the Ansei who created them. By learning about the Ansei, I hope to get an idea of where the Withered Hand may take the wards. Now, lead me to my work.
Okay. So, we need to do the quest here in... Bergama. There's actually two quests here in Bergama. We're going to go ahead and pick up the other one as well. Jagnus is the other one. This is the wedding one, okay.
What is it?
This is getting to be absurd. How much longer must we pretend? My daughter wails in disappointment, and our two families verge on coming to blows. There is nothing to be done for it. The groom is not coming.
What happened to the groom?
We do not know. Kasnar may be among those who recently went missing. Or he simply changed his mind. He is a forebear after all. I warned her. Crowns and forebears should not mix. Now everyone is angry. She must call off the wedding.
Why won't she call it off?
Tiela is like a dune ripper in a sandstorm. She buries her head to hide from the truth. Perhaps you can help. I must stay here. But someone needs to speak to Kasnar's brother. Unless he can explain things. My daughter has agreed to give up.
I can go speak with Kasnar's brother. Or Koznar's brother.
I am most grateful for your help. Kasnar's brother Ine will be at his market stall. The wedding offended him so greatly he had refused to attend. Whether he knows what happened to Kasnar or not. Let us hope we can soon put the matter to rest.
What makes you think that Koznar is missing?
I hope he's not missing. But we must consider the possibility. Many people have disappeared, and the young man doesn't show up for his own wedding? For his sake, I hope he simply changed his mind.
Why would Kasnar change his mind?
With the young man, the blood runs hot. He may have found another woman. Or it could be that he realized the foolishness of the idea. His family does not support the marriage either. His brother was not even planning to attend.
Why is this wedding such a problem for everyone?
For a crown to marry a forebear? In Sentinel, this may happen. But in Bergama, it is unheard of. For generations, our family's allegiances have not changed. If these two marry, whatever allegiance they choose, they will offend half the city.
Maybe it's a chance for everyone to come together.
Ha! Oh yes. I'm sure King Faharajad would like that very much. For crowns and forebears to settle our differences, while he is in power. This would mean Faharajad's line would have everlasting legitimacy. I cannot support that.
Okay.
Welcome to Bergama, Wayfarer. We have the finest musical instruments in all Hammerfell. If you want a harp, a lute, or even a drum, you have come to the right place. Though that is not why you are here, is it?
Do you know where your brother is?
Kaznar? That's a sore subject. Believe it or not, he's actually getting married today. Should be at the wedding right now. I know, I should be there, but I'm not.
Kosnar's not there either.
He's not? Well, I'll be a lizard's uncle. I guess our little talk may have convinced him after all. We all went out drinking last night, and my cousin and I made one last attempt to talk him out of it. I guess it worked.
So it's safe to assume he's changed his mind?
Damn. I don't know. I would have expected him to tell me if he had made such a decision. With so many people missing lately, I prefer to make sure. He should be at my cousin's house, the last one before the West Gate. Will you check?
Yes, I'll go see if Kosnar's at the house.
The more I think about it, the more this concerns me. If you find my brother, tell him to come speak with me. If he doesn't come soon, I'm going to close up shop and help you search.
Why are you opposed to the wedding?
You must understand. I love my little brother, but he is so naive. He shouldn't associate with a crown girl, let alone marry her. Our father, Tuwaka, keep his soul, would never have approved. So I cannot approve either.
Don't you want him to be happy?
Of course I do. But I cannot disrespect our father's memory. None of this matters, though. Right now, all that matters is Kaznar's safety. I will approve the marriage before I see him harmed.
I imagine Reewish is not enjoying his time in the desert very much.
Do you often just walk into people's houses and snoop around upstairs? If my cousin were here, he might not be so friendly. Me? I don't care. I don't really care about anything at this point.
I came looking for you. Why aren't you at the wedding?
I don't know. Maybe because there are armed thugs out there with orders to break my kneecaps if I try to leave? If I thought I could get past them, I'd make a run for it, but they'd catch me. It would be pointless.
Why would they break your kneecaps?
Ask Tiela's father. He's the one who hired them. Paid Uncle Thack to make sure I don't get to the wedding. Jagnus has been against our marriage from the beginning. I don't know why I thought he would come around.
Jagnus is the one who sent me.
Of course. He wants Tiela to think I stood her up. She'll hate me for the rest of her life and think he was right all along. The bastard. If my father were alive, he'd beat the oblivion out of Jagnus. Of course. That would only make things worse.
Maybe I should talk to him.
Don't bother. If he went to this much trouble, he won't change his mind. If you really want to help, there's only one way. You'll have to talk to Uncle Thack.
Who's Uncle Thack?
Uncle Thack and his gang run the streets here in Bergama. They're not above the law, but they can be dangerous. If you can convince Uncle Thack to let me out, I'll go to the wedding. Jagnus won't be able to say a thing.
I'll go to Uncle Thack then. I don't see any armed thugs. Never mind, I'm pretty sure that's one of them. I was really hoping somebody would be here for my test of using 720p for resolution.
What do you want?
You know what I'm here for. Hello, Uncle Thack.
Look at this. You walk in like you own the place. Like you fear absolutely nothing. If it's a fight you want, though, you've come to the wrong place. This is a place of business. I'm a businessman.
I came to talk about Kazner at Tarn.
Kaznar? Why doesn't Kaznar come talk to me himself? Oh, yes, I remember. He prefers the indoors. Probably better that way. Yes, Kaznar needs to stay at home. Or do you take issue with that?
How about I take issue with your face? Give it a few new scars.
Slow down now. No need to be rude. Like I said, I'm a businessman. Truth is, I didn't much like the deal I had with Jagnus anyways. You'll owe me a favor, but I'll give him a refund, and your boy can get married whenever he likes.
You made a smart decision.
My people wouldn't have really hurt the kid anyways. Kaznar and Tiela make a nice couple. In fact, if you'll do me that favor we discussed, I'll have my men escort Kaznar right up to the altar.
What kind of favor are we talking about?
Get them a gift. Some hag's breath. It's an aphrodisiac. They might not be able to walk for a few days, but it'll make the wedding night unforgettable. There's an old hag in the desert, Vianney. Kill her and bring her hag's breath to the wedding.
Alright, I'll go get the hag's breath. Is it
I heard
poison?
the battle in the Fevered Muse was touch and go. I'm glad you won the day.
Off we go.
I don't know. Hag's breath doesn't really sound like an aphrodisiac. It sounds more like a poison to me, but... I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not.
Yeah, keep knocking them around.
Mary, that was characteristically bloodthirsty of you. Yeah, I'm not picking up that quest. I refuse to do the Dun Ripper race quest. Just screw that quest. Just like screwing the lizard race quest. I don't do any of those racing quests. Because they're just so annoying. I don't mind doing them in my own personal time when I have the time to kill, but I'm not doing them on stream. It's just a waste of time.
I'm so glad you made it in time. We are just about to begin the ceremony. Kaznar told me everything, and knowing what you have done, you are the guest of honor.
Uncle Trek Grow Rum asked me to give you this, Hag's Breath, as a wedding gift.
Oh goodness, Hag's Breath. What a special gift. Thank you. Thank you both. Please, you must stay for the ceremony. It would mean so much to Kaznar and to me. This marriage would not have been possible without you.
I suppose I can stay for a minute or two.
People of Bergama, we are gathered here today to witness the bond of marriage between Kaznar and Tiet. Their union marks a great day for the citizens of Bergama, crowns and forebears alike. Their love is a testament to the kinship that all crowns and forebears share with each other.
Is that the end of the ceremony?
I have to admit, when Uncle Thack's thugs came to the door, I thought they were going to kill me. One thing I know, we will certainly be able to look back at our wedding day and laugh.
I certainly hope so. Farewell, guys. I got other things to be about. Such as these people that have suddenly gone missing.
Well,
Magistrate?
I welcome you to Bergamo, Wayfarer. I hope you brought your gold. Our markets have goods of the finest quality, things you can find nowhere else. Regardless of any rumors, I assure you the city is safe, so stay as long as you like.
So the rumors of people missing are untrue?
Not entirely, but they have certainly been blown out of proportion. Some people speak as if respectable citizens were disappearing left and right. It's true that a few people have gone missing, but they were mostly beggars and vagrants.
Do you need help with the investigation?
Oh, that is very kind of you to offer. But my administration has a handle on the situation. I believe Justice Ista and his officers have some promising leads. You are a guest here. It would not do for us to put you to work.
Let me know if you change your mind. That's a long thing there.
Do not add to my troubles.
What was that? Did you draw your sword on me? Swords, plural, on me, lady?
Pardon me. I would speak with you.
Oh, hey, Justice.
Greetings, Wayfarer. Our fair city has always been a sanctuary for those traveling across the scorching sands of the Alakir Desert. I hope you find it so. I am Justice Ista, the head of security here. I am pleased to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I overheard you speaking to the magistrate. You expressed an interest in assisting with the investigation. I know she believes we have the situation under control, but I'm afraid nothing could be further from the truth.
Why did the magistrate say otherwise?
Because I have withheld many of the facts. Magistrate Sulma is a forebear. In this withered hand business has the Crown's here calling for King Faharajah to step down. She has enough worries with that. Security is my duty.
But you're saying that you need help?
I do. My bailiffs and I are Crowns. Duty requires we be impartial, but forebears do not trust us, and now our fellow Crowns distrust us because we work for the magistrate. No one talks, so we have no leads on the disappearances. Will you help us?
Yes, I can help with the investigation.
That is what I had hoped. Of course, neither forebears nor Crowns will open up to a stranger, and in fact, you can't even enter their respective fellowship houses. I have a plan, though. You simply have to wear these dishdashas to disguise yourself.
So you want me to spy on Crowns and forebearers?
Yes. People get quiet when my bailiffs and I are around. Explore the city and listen. In particular, wear the disguises and visit Ragada's Respite and Ator's Oasis. Follow up on any leads and report back when you have something solid.
I'll report back when I have something.
I regret that political disagreements between Crowns and forebears should impede a criminal investigation, but recent events have increased tensions dramatically. I am confident that your assistance in the investigation will prove to be valuable.
Tell me more about the Crowns.
The Crowns are traditionalists. We worship the old gods. In Bergama, many Crown families are even descended from ancient Yokudan nobility. Though we are loyal to the throne, we would prefer to see someone other than Faharajad sitting on it.
Tell me about the forebearers.
Politically speaking, the forebears claim to be more progressive. They've taken to worshipping the imperial gods and associating more with the other races. King Faharajad even joined the Daggerfall Covenant, a move Crowns were firmly against.
What is the justice?
Justices are men and women chosen by common vote to keep order in Bergama. It is a grave responsibility, not a reward. We answer to the magistrate, but keep our own counsel. If you break the law in Bergama, we will find you.
Very well. Listen to the garden rumor first. Inconspicuous flower. I'm just sniffing this flower.
Regardless of what he's told you, Magistrate, Ista and his bailiffs have made no progress in their investigation.
Honestly, I'm more worried about the withered hand than these disappearances, Councilman. We just have to give Ista more time.
I don't know. Bailiff Fakimal, the one who lives at the northwest edge of town, I heard he was ignoring evidence in the case.
We can't believe everything we hear. You have my word, though, if necessary. I will deal with Ista.
Remain inconspicuous. Yeah, by sniffing a flower, that's really gonna have me remain inconspicuous. Like, oh, look, it's an Argonian sniffing a flower. That's weird. What are they doing here? Okay, inventory. Appearance. Forebear disguise. Oh, this is a crown. Oops. Hold on.
Welcome to the Bergama Crown Fellowship Hall. I do not recognize you, but I see you wear the formal dasha. I trust you are a crown from outside the city?
Of course.
Those who honor the ancient Yokudan traditions are always welcome here. Come inside and enjoy our hospitality.
I will. I am totally a Crown Red Guard. Yep, I am definitely not an Argonian in any way, shape, or form. The tail, no, it's paper mache. I promise. I'm getting in the mood for a play.
Our brother Istar has not visited the Fellowship House much of late.
But one of the bailiffs was here. Believe it or not, the guards almost didn't let him in.
Truly? What possible reason would the guards have for keeping out a bailiff?
His crown Distasha was all shredded up. I suppose it happened when he arrested someone. I just gave him a new one.
Well, that's concerning.
This is taking long.
Welcome to the Fellowship Hall. You're not from Bergama, though. Are you from Sentinel? No matter, as long as you're a forebear.
I am a forebearer.
Then you may come and go as you see fit. Would you like me to get the door?
I'll get it myself. Let's go for the inconspicuous... Not the book this time. Let's go for the inconspicuous... That's another book. What? Here we go. Inconspicuous mug.
The person behind the disappearances is definitely a crown. No doubt about it.
Now that's low, even for you. How could you possibly know that?
Because there were shreds of a crown dish dasha left at one of the crime scenes.
Are the bailiffs covering that up? This is the first I've heard of it.
Well, that's definitely a connection there. Sorry, I had to put on my hoodie. It's getting a little chilly in my apartment. Let's take off our disguise. I need to go through and clean out my disguises again. They're starting to stack up again. And each one of those takes up a separate inventory space, so it's not like it's not taking up space, because it definitely is. This has gone too far. When I first agreed to this enterprise, I had misgivings, but I put my concerns aside. Sacrificing a few lives to save many others is sometimes necessary, but how many must we kill before the withered hand is satisfied? I will do this no longer. If this is truly my duty as a bailiff of Bergama, then I must firmly resign from my post. Bailiff for... Ooh. Nope, he's definitely dead. His house was torn to pieces in the process.
I wish I was off of entry.
Justice Ista, you are hereby found guilty of obstructing an investigation and conspiring against the people of Bergamo.
I do not know from where these charges originate, Magistrate, but I am innocent. You will see. The truth will come to light.
You will remain here until a thorough investigation has been completed. I am sorry, Ista. Do not waste my time.
Well, it seems my efforts to shield the magistrate from security concerns have landed me in the stocks.
Why are you in the stocks?
The magistrate says I impeded the investigation. Apparently, she went behind my back to conduct her own inquiries. I found evidence she has been meeting secretly with Fakimal, one of my bailiffs. When I asked her about it, she had me locked up.
Fakimal, yeah, Fakimal was behind the disappearances.
What? How can this be true? Fakimal has been known to bend the law, but he always followed orders. I can't imagine him going on a killing spree. Where is he? I would speak with him straight away.
He's dead, but he was taking orders from someone.
Dead? The poor boy. I don't understand. You're saying he was killing people under orders? The only people with the authority to issue orders to Fakimal are myself and the magistrate. You think she's involved in this?
Possibly. I found this mystery key at Fakimal's.
That looks like Sulma's key. And this would explain why she put me in the stocks. May I request one last favor then? The magistrate's home is southwest of the Hall of Judgment. Would you investigate the place?
Yes, I'll go search the magistrate's house. I need to go into the basement, but I don't know if that's where I need to go first. It looks like there's no other objectives, so it looks like we're going straight into the basement. Yup. Search the basement. Oh, this looks bad. Oh, this looks really bad. Look at all these dead people. Magistrate Selma, we appreciate your offer of gold, but the Withered Hand trades in the currency of corpses. Provide 1 corpse for every 10 gold in your offer, and we will spare the city of Bergama. Acquire the corpses by whatever means you prefer. Stow them in your basement, and we will periodically pick them up. If this arrangement does not suit you, we will simply harvest corpses in Bergama ourselves. Alasan.
Come on, you dogs. We need to get this load of bodies out of here.
Greetings and salutations, and thank you for choosing death, you bastard.
Do you want to brag about that, or should I?
Well, there's a lot less Withered Hand in the world now.
What were you doing down there? You saw, didn't you?
I didn't just see, I also killed.
So now you know my dark secret. It must be horrifying. I haven't been able to bring myself to go down there since this began. I just gave Fakimal a key. Do you understand, though? Do you realize why this is necessary?
Killing all those people is necessary?
Yes. There is no other way. Do you understand the power of the Withered Hand? King Faharajad? The Ashaba? They cannot stop them. Eventually the Hand would have come here and killed everyone. This deal is our only hope.
Paying them in corpses to leave Bergama alone.
It was the only deal Alasan would accept. It seems terrible, but we're only killing vagrants, criminals. To save the city, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Let me finish this. It's only a few more corpses. Will you keep my secret?
Okay, if there's anybody on right now, I don't know. I haven't seen any evidence of anyone being on the stream. We have a choice to make, and this is a big one. We can either say, no, I'm turning you in, or we can say, yes, I'll keep your secret. I will give it until the 32-minute mark. If there's no votes, we will go ahead and proceed with turning her in, which is what I personally would do. If we get a vote, we'll go with whatever the vote says. Alright, I think it's pretty safe to say we're not going to get any votes. Like, no, I'm turning you in.
If that's your choice, I will turn myself in. There's no point in trying to deny my crimes. Mark my words, though, Wayfarer. You've doomed Bergama. The Withered Hand will kill us all. I hope I'm wrong, but in my heart, I know I'm not.
Don't worry, you are wrong. I can defeat the...
Sharing the evidence you discovered at Fakimal's house, I was able to convince the other bailiffs to release me from the stocks. Tell me, though, what did you learn at the magistrate's house?
Her basement was full of corpses.
That must have been quite a grisly scene. The other bailiffs are already on their way over there. I will leave it to them to arrest the magistrate as well. Why, though? Why did the magistrate and Fakimal kill all these people?
She struck a deal with the Withered Hand.
All right. I have witnessed many dark crimes in my time as justice, but they pale in comparison to this. To think our own magistrate would make a deal with the Withered Hand. What could she possibly hope to gain from such a thing?
She hoped they would spare Bergama.
A noble notion, I suppose, but nothing can justify the murder of innocents. She will pay for her crimes. You've done quite a service for our fair city. I'm not one for emotional displays of appreciation, but you have my gratitude.
There you are. I've been looking for you.
Oh, there you are.
You! There you are. The scholar Zore said I might find you here. You must make great haste. Prince Azar is in need of your assistance.
Where's the prince?
He is at the shipyards town of Tava's Blessing. The Withered Hand is there, and he needs you to come as soon as possible. The scholar Zora said something about that being the birthplace of one of the Ansei, whatever that means.
I'll go find the French right away.
Oh, and Scholar Zora wants her apprentice Shiri to return to Bergama right away. She wants you to speak to Captain Rawan and ask him to order Shiri to return, whether the girl wants to or not.
I'll speak to Captain Rowan as well then.
Tava's Blessing is where the Royal Navy has its shipyards. You must not let the town fall to the Withered Hand. Beware of the shifting sands, Wayfarer. I hope Ruptga guides you quickly to the prince's side.
What makes the shipyards important?
The ships being built at the Tava's Blessing shipyards are critical for the Covenant war effort. I do not think the Withered Hand would have use for the ships, but I fear they might simply destroy them. That would be very bad for the Covenant.
Yes, it would. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Bergama is done. Tava's Blessing is where we're going next, so that'll be 16. And then Hunting's Watch is 17. This is 18, and that's 19. Okay, good. So we are well on our way for that. There's 2 more points of interest. One is over here in Sentinel, and the other one I'm not sure of. There's one more standing stone, too, we'll have to find. Oh, it's the one over here I didn't go get. Let me go do that first. Because it's really not out of my way at all. We are going to pick the pace up just a little bit, though. I need to go turn in that quest, too, while we're in the area, so... Got slightly less than 2 hours to try to finish this zone, so I'm trying to be as optimized as possible. You know, what would help is if I was to pull up the map of the region. I should have picked this up last week, so I mean that was definitely an oversight on my part, but what in the frick was that? I've never seen that before.
You look like a person of great intelligence. Allow me, Wayfarer, to let you in on a secret.
Have you been to Sandblown Mine recently, Fidel?
What? Sandblown Mine, my friend. I don't even know where that is, or what it is even. Is it nearby?
You know exactly where it is. You've been sending people there.
Sending people to a mine? By more was left teat. Why would I do that? Is there gold there?
No, just a lot of snakes.
Dreadful. Well, all this talk of snakes and mines, it is exhausting. I'll just be going now. I have a long day of work tomorrow. Lifting things, you know, carrying them, that sort of thing. It has been a pleasure speaking with you.
Not so fast.
Well, that is to say, they made me do it. Friend, I beseech you, show mercy. I am an innocent man. I had no choice. They told me they would feed me to the snake if I didn't cooperate. Please, just let me go.
No, you must face justice.
Mind the skies. There are harpies about.
This man's been sending people to their death in Sandblown Mine.
What's this? I'd heard that he was pestering people, but I certainly didn't suspect anything this sinister. Now that you mention it, though, we have had more than a few disappearances recently. We naturally suspected the harpies.
Apparently you were wrong.
Thank you for bringing this simpering cur to me. If what you say is true, many dear friends fell to this dog's treachery. I look forward to returning the favor.
Complete quest. I'm sorry, my dude, but you definitely should not have screwed over the people. That's a good way to get yourself killed. I guess we can go over to the Hunding's Watchway Shrine. That's probably the closest one.
I was tired of walking anyway.
The Hunding's Watch is just over there. That's also where the last it's also where the last time rift is. I gotta find that. And we can continue on with the Time Rift quest line. We want to go to Tava's Blessing, so probably going here is our best bet.
Maybe I should...
Finally! Someone who's not running the other direction. I had no idea I was rubbing elbows with so many feckless cowards. A few necromancers show up. Irresponsible.
And then they run.
Completely
And then they run. That's the
irresponsible.
annoying part, is that they hit me and then they run.
Finally, someone... Only the most important military advancement in the Second Era? These ships you see here? I designed them. They're going to revolutionize naval warfare. But not if we lose the designs.
What happened to the designs?
The workers ran and just left them on the ships. The Covenant's pride? Rancer's regret? The Bell of Balfiera? The designs just sitting on the decks. A Dominion spy could steal them. For the sake of the Covenant, will you help me get them?
Yes, I'll help recover the ship designs.
I'm glad there are a few of us left who know the meaning of courage and loyalty. You'd make High King Emmerich proud. Look on the decks of the 3 ships. The designs should be there, unless they've already been stolen.
What makes these new warships so special?
Where do I begin? Thicker masts, extra backstays, a narrower keel, lighter ballast. The list goes on. The real battle changer is going to be the reinforced hull, though. No one's going to be able to sink these babies. No one.
Why are you building ships at Talva's Blessing?
It's the perfect place. Not many people know about the docks here. It's not exactly a regular port of call. We can build the ships without too many prying eyes.
Okay. Well, there's the first ship. We may as well go ahead and... Ha! How do I get onto the ship? Oh, over there. Covenant's Pride designs recovered. Oh, and hey, I got woodworking experience for that too. That's cool.
Attack!
Mary, we've been over this dozens of times. You have to take down the summoner. Like, don't waste your time attacking the summoned creature. Take down the summoner instead. You're just gonna summon another one as soon as you kill the first one. If the summoner dies, so does the... Oh man, my armor needs to be repaired again.
They're coming for us.
We'll have to make a short trip. Oh, there's the quest, yeah. We'll have to make a short trip to a merchant after this.
Captain Curran told me of how you helped him in Coghlan Village. Well done.
It is an honor to meet you. Prince Azar has told me of your deeds in Sentinel, and I know you have General Thoda's respect as well. With you here, I think our chances of surviving this have improved tenfold.
Scholar Zorha wants you to send Shiri back to Bagrama.
Thank you for bringing me this message, albeit the Scholar's apprentice was lost to me in the fighting. Regrettably, I fear that young Shiri was most likely slain. Of course, until you arrived, I believed we would soon share her fate.
Complete quest.
I heard the commotion out there, and somehow I knew it was you. Can't tell you how good it is to see you, my illustrious friend. As you can see, we are in dire straits here, and it's on the verge of getting much worse.
How will it get any worse?
That fiend Alasan is here. With Uwafa dead, he has the withered hand dedicated to his own twisted designs. He seeks power. The reason they aren't raising these people is because Alasan plans to turn himself into a lich.
How would he turn himself into a lich?
He has corrupted one of the Anse wards. He's using some kind of necromantic focuses to channel energy from the dead for a ritual he's conducting in the lighthouse. He says this ritual will make him a lich. Will you help me stop him?
Yes, just tell me what I need to do.
I believe it's best to destroy the focuses first. Alasan's minions have been piling the dead around them. They seem to be channeling energy for the ritual. Destroy the focuses, then go to the lighthouse and find a way to disrupt Alasan's ritual.
How did you learn of Allison's plan to become a lich?
When we arrived, the necromancers had already killed everyone. We snuck up to spy on them, and I saw Alasan. Evil has twisted his features, but I knew him. He was ranting about this ritual to become a lich. We attacked, but you see how that went.
You knew Allison before?
Yes, he and Uwafa both. Since we were knee-high to a dune beetle. We studied together. They were always sadistic, obsessed with death. That was before their father turned, of course. If only we had killed them all back then.
Why did they come to Talva's blessing?
My father sent me here because he feared the withered hand might target our navy. I don't think that's why they came, though. It seems that many centuries ago, this was the home of one of the Anse who sacrificed themselves to create the wards.
Why would that matter?
I suspect it has something to do with Alasan's plan to become a lich. This is where the Anse was born. Perhaps Alasan had to bring the ward here in order to corrupt it. That's just my theory, of course.
How have things been in Sentinel?
Not good, I'm afraid. Rumors about the Anse wards being stolen run rampant, and every day there are new reports of risen dead. The Crowns and some forebears are calling for my father to step down. There's even talk of rebellion.
Oh gosh. That's just gonna make things worse. I hate to do this, but I really don't want to take time out of my day to go and... Yeah, no, my gear's in really bad shape. Okay, the east focus is destroyed. Go and destroy the west focus next. West focus destroyed. Now to go destroy the north focus. You know, that's going to be near the ship that we're going to go to anyway, so we may as well go pick up the Registered Regret plans next. Just use our time as optimally as we can.
side!
How many of you fools must I kill?
Dumac take you, Covenant filth, you... These damn necromancers and this whole damn desert. If my sword arm weren't broken, I'd skin you like a netch.
I'm looking for the designs for this ship.
Of course you are. Those Swits weren't smart enough to get these before they fled, and I knew that. I planned this perfectly. I stole the designs fairly, and by rights, they should be mine.
So you have the ship designs.
I do. And as much as it shames me, I am going to beg you to let me keep them. Where I come from, when you're sent on a mission, you're expected to succeed. The price for failure is unthinkable.
Where do you come from?
Morrowind. I work for House Telvanni. You should know that the Ebonheart Pact is as much my enemy as it is yours.
I'm a member of the Ebonheart Pact.
If I don't return with these ship designs, they won't just kill me. They'll kill my children as well.
Why does House Telvanni want the ship designs?
House Telvanni does a great deal of trade by sea. These designs, the reinforced hulls, would make our ships invincible. I cannot delay here any longer. I beseech you, for my children's sake, let me take the designs.
Well, the thing is, see, here's the problem. She is an enemy of the Ebonheart Pact, which my character is actively a member of. He's helping the other pacts as a gesture of kindness, but he is a member of the Ebonheart Pact, which she has declared herself an enemy of. So, helping her make her ships invincible doesn't sound like a good idea. But, I have a good working relationship with House Telvanni, so I'm going to go ahead and give her the designs and let her go. Plus, I can't doom children to death. So, give me the designs and... go ahead and keep the designs.
You are generous. More generous than I dared hope. And I am grateful. Next time I encounter one of your kind, perhaps I will stay my blade. Luck to your house, stranger.
Go on and leave then. Besides, my partner is a dark elf, so I think she would appreciate the mercy. Mary's been traveling with us for almost a year now.
Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
I agree, Mary.
You work quickly and efficiently, young one. I appreciate that. Did you recover all the ship designs?
I only have 2 of the ship designs.
What? There were spies prowling around here. I knew it! They probably waited until all the workers fled, and then moved in to steal the designs. Damn cowards. Which one of the ship designs was compromised?
The Bella Belfiera.
Gall and pox! Oh, if those designs fall into the hands of our enemies, it could ruin the Covenant's chance of achieving naval superiority. At least you managed to get the designs for the other 2. Can I see them, please?
Here, take them.
Well, if there's one thing I know, it's that you, my friend, have done your duty here, and then some. You covered the behinds of all the cowards who abandoned the place. The Covenant needs more people like you. I mean that.
I really don't like your odds. I never used to fight this much, until I met you.
This also kind of fits into Reewish's backstory, although he doesn't really remember it. Reewish worked for House Telvanni for quite some time before He was sent on a mission in which he lost his memories and ended up joining the Evanescent Pact as a result of losing those memories. But maybe he's gotten them back now. He works for House Tavani. Back during Morrowind, maybe he got some of his memories back, if not all of them.
You've come too late! The ritual has begun and you cannot strike me down! You are the one who killed my brother Uafa, are you not? I will grant that you are likely a formidable foe. But once I become a lich, I will burn you to cinders. There's nothing you can do to stop me now!
How can you be so sure of that?
The ritual has begun, and I am already bound to the Anse ward as it is bound to me! If you strike me down, the blade will be shattered!
That's a risk I'll just have to take.
You broke the Anse ward. You think that will stop me? I am not finished.
After so many centuries, it is a wonder I can still be surprised. I could not abide the necromancer corrupting my ward, but I was powerless to stop him. Your actions have shattered the blade, but you made the right choice. You have my gratitude.
What do we do now?
Shattering the blade was the only way, albeit there were consequences. Necromantic energy was released, causing the dead of Tava's blessing to rise. The necromancer himself is not a lich, but he has become a powerful spirit.
So he's not dead?
No, he cannot be slain now. There is a way, but I am fading. With the ward broken, my strength wanes quickly. I will presently go to the far shores unless you can reforge the blade.
How do I reforge the blade?
We need the gods' favor. For Tava, capture the desert wind. For Morwa, get the milk of a goat. And for Zet, gather the earth from a fallen warrior's grave. With these elements, reforge the blade. Then bring it to the Anse shrine.
I will do as you ask and restore your ward.
You are undone by your own heroics, dog. I may not be a lich, but I have an army of undead.
See, that's the thing about lightning mages in this game. We get stronger the more enemies that we're fighting.
I hope you're watching.
Gonna milk this goat. Gonna go get the desert wind.
Let's ride!
You can actually ride on these, by the way. Or you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can or not. Or maybe I'm thinking of Kingdom Hearts where you can ride on the whirlwinds.
You will die. You will die, and then you will join my army.
I like how sure the guy is, like he can kill me. Despite way more powerful undead than him have tried. Place the shattered blade upon the coals. Pour the goat's milk over the blade. Sprinkle the earth from a fallen warrior's grave over the blade. And finally, stoke the flames with the desert wind. The flames can come alive. Stand back. There it is. The Ansei ward has been reforged.
Meddled with my affairs long enough. It is time to end this.
Yes, the time has come to end this evil.
What are you doing here? Your ward is broken, Ansei. You are no threat to me.
Apparently you're not paying
now,
attention.
Take the ward and use it to trap Alasan.
What are you doing? No!
I feared that after all these years, my sacrifice would prove to be of no avail, but you performed admirably. We cannot kill that necromancer, but he will trouble us no more.
What happened to Ellison?
He became some kind of specter, and he bound himself to my ward, but that allowed me to imprison him within it. He is contained now. The important thing is that the ward is restored and can again protect the Alakir Desert. For that, I thank you.
What about the third ward?
I sense that the third ward is in the greatest peril of all. The sibling of the necromancer who came here is far more skilled in the dark arts, far more dangerous, and far more ambitious.
I killed his brother Ufwa to walk his throne.
The sibling I speak of has not been slain, and has possession of the third Ansei ward, but I cannot sense its location. Despite our victory here, the Alakir Desert is still in danger. Whatever has befallen, you must recover the third ward.
Where should I start the search?
I do not know, but trust your destiny, for it will lead you where you need to be. First, though, you must secure my ward. Find someone you can entrust with its keeping. I sense that we will meet again. May the gods watch over you until then.
See, this is another one of those things that makes me think that they're going to be tying in the Hammerfell Elder Scrolls game with ESO. Is because that Spectre is unkillable and he's trapped inside the Ansei ward. Well, what happens if something happens to that Ansei ward? Now suddenly that spirit is loose to roam around the Alakir again. That might be a pretty good villain for...
What foulness is afoot now? The dead have risen? I thought Alasan was purposefully not raising them. Are we too late? Has Alasan made himself into a lich?
No, Alasan is no longer a threat.
He's not? Oh, we should rejoice then. That bastard. I relish the knowledge of his defeat. Without him, the rest of these necromancers do not concern me. Not in the least. What of the Ansei ward? Do you have it?
Yes, but the Ansei asked me to give it to someone I trust.
And you brought it to me? That's quite an honor. I promise you, for as long as I live, it will not fall into enemy hands again. Now, only the final Ansei ward remains. But if Uwafa and Alasan are gone, who has it?
Ansei Majar says it's another sibling.
Another sibling? Who could that be? Wait, Satura did have another child. A very young daughter. I remember her now, nipping at her brother's heels. I do not remember her name. Somehow we must find her, though.
Complete quest.
I think I know where to find the third Ansei ward.
Oh, Siri, you're alive.
It seems the necromancer Alasan underestimated you. I was hiding outside the lighthouse. After you disrupted the ritual, I went in and found Alasan's notes. I think I know where the Withered Hand has taken the third Ansei ward.
Where have they taken it?
Hunding's Watch. The Withered Hand is seeking out the birthplaces of the Ansei who forged the wards. Just as Alasan did here, they can use these locations to corrupt the wards. The third Ansei, Halela, was born near Hunding's Watch.
Are you sure about this?
I am sure of nothing.
but this is my suggestion for where you should begin your search. There is a wise woman in Hunding's Watch, Priestess Sermon. Perhaps she can give you more insight.
I'll speak with the priestess then.
Since both Alasan and Uatha have been dealt with, the Withered Hand may be considerably weakened. Perhaps the third Anse ward is closer at hand than you realize. If the gods are with you, I believe you will recover it quickly.
Have you spoken with Captain Rowan?
Yes, and he passed along your message. Though I'd much prefer to stay here, I will return to Master Zorre in Bergama shortly. I only wanted to share what I discovered with you and Prince Azah first.
What else do you know about the Third Ward?
I could spend hours telling you about the role the Third Ward has played in history, but I would only put you to sleep. All you need to know is that the Withered Hand has it, and Hunding's Watch is the best place to start your search.
Do you really think the Withered Hand is weakened?
Don't you? You foiled their plans here and at Tuaka's throne. You defeated both Uatha and Alasan. I would imagine the Withered Hand is in considerable disarray.
That's a fair point. Alright, that's Talva's Blessing done. There's 3 major locations left. Hunding's Watch, the city, and the necropolis. We have an hour and a half. I think I'm going to go ahead and take my restroom break that I normally take around this time every day, and then we're going to go ahead and continue. I think we're well on our way to finishing today. Galakir Desert, I mean. I should be right back. Okay, I have returned. We are going to go and speak to Thronekeeper Farvad, as well as the priestess. But first we're going to talk to the priestess.
The Withered Hand comes with Satakal's blessing.
Siri said you might know about the third Anse ward.
Shiri? I do not know this name. Nor do I know anything about any Anse ward. I know only that Satakal will soon devour himself. Devour us all. We must warn them. Or must we? No, it matters not.
Well, I'm going to take care of it regardless. Thronekeeper.
It is good to see you again, my friend. Now I understand why Tuaka bid me to come here to Hunding's Watch. If you are to save the Alakir Desert from the Withered Hand, there are things you must learn from the spirits of this place.
There are spirits here?
Yes, many of them. And pilgrims come from all over Hammerfell to honor them, the heroes of our greatest wars. It is usually a quiet affair, but when one such as you arrives, spirits of friend and foe alike awaken to create a portrait of the past.
What do they want?
To teach you. If you are to be champion of the Alakir, you must understand the spirit of this desert and its people. Tuaka says you must walk in the steps of our heroes, battle the spirits of the enemies they faced. Then you will understand.
Fair enough, I'll fight these spirits.
First, you will face the Nidic peoples. When the regatta first crashed on these shores, the Needs were first to challenge them. Fight the Nidic soldier spirits, claim their essences, and use them to summon and face their leader, War Chief Hakon.
Who are the Regatta?
That was the name of our Yokudan ancestors during the exodus from our ancient homeland. After Yokuda sank beneath the waves, they sailed here in search of a new home. Their coming was not peaceful. You see, the term Regatta means warrior wave.
Who were the Nedic people?
The Nedic peoples were the ancient ancestors of our human kin here in Tamriel. Those who dwelled on the Isle of Hern had long struggled to resist the elves prior to the Regatta's arrival. Upon seeing the Yokudan sails, they took up the sword again.
I take it they lost.
They struggled mightily. We honor their bravery. But no, they fell before the Yokudan onslaught like all the others.
Are the priests returning to Tuwaka's throne?
Yes, my friend, albeit slowly. Not all heed Tuwaka's words as I do. When the withered hand is no more, we will have much to do. All the corpses to be cleaned and dressed. Zet's tears. We will need more throne keepers. Of that I am certain.
While I'm thinking about it, I actually found where that time breach is. It's like right over here. So we'll go and get that after we're done with this area.
I guess this is a fight now.
Okay, we're gonna go kill the war chief.
You are not welcome here. We will defend our land.
I do feel for the Nedic people. The ones who, because there were 3 fates for the Nedic people. The ones killed by the Red Guards are the Yokudans. The ones that were enslaved by the aliens and became the Imperials. And then there's the ones that crossbred with the Durrani and became the Bretons and the Reachmen.
In our fight against the Needs, we saw the raw power of defiance. We came to respect Tamriel and its warriors. You must now battle the giant Goblinkin. The Regatta's long road to conquest was paved with thousands of these beasts' corpses.
I've never heard of giant goblins.
Such things are difficult to imagine, yes. In those times, goblins were mighty beasts, and their cruelty was not tempered by cowardice as it is now. Their filthy strongholds littered the sands of Hammerfell like a pox when the Regatta arrived.
That sounds horrible.
Horrible indeed. Our Yokudan ancestors could not tolerate such a blight on their new homeland. They would suffer no rivals, and so one of their mightiest heroes, Frandar Hunding, rallied the swords of the Regatta to slay the beasts.
What happened to him?
Tuwaka claimed him during one of the bloodiest battles of the campaign. But his son, Divad, filled with wrath over the slaying of his father, soon rose to take command of the Regatta. He swore to avenge his father, no matter the cost.
Was he successful?
The Song of Divad tells us that he and his band of sword singers worked their sacred forges and consulted eldritch tomes for many long years to create 5 great swords. With these blessed blades, the Regatta forever vanquished the giant goblins.
What is my task?
Well, Tuwaka tells me that you must do battle with the spirits of the long-dead giant Goblinkin. To what end? I do not know. But only fools doubt Tuwaka's wisdom.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Filthy Regatta! I'll pick my teeth
fight the mummy.
Ironically, it was in our fight against the hideous goblins that we came to love the desert and its simple beauty. Now you must face the proud orc warriors of ancient Orsinium. The fight for the orc city proved to be one of our greatest trials.
Tell me of Orsinium.
It is the heart of Orcdom in Tamriel, settled at the foot of the Rothgarian Mountains. It is a city of simple things, towering and cold. It has been razed and rebuilt countless times. The orcs are a tenacious people.
I take it that the Yakutans were the ones who were one of the conquerors.
Conquerors is a strong word, but yes, of course they were. Our ancestors and the Bretons laid siege to the city for 30 years before finally breaching the walls and razing the city. The orcs proved to be fearsome adversaries.
What is my task?
You must face the ancient orcish specters in battle, and then summon and defeat their leader, General Vishaga. Tuwaka says there is great wisdom to be gleaned from this.
You are not welcome here. We will defend our land. Nah, I wasn't worried. Were you worried? What? Turn out!
What is it? The swords of Yukuda were not often sheathed. Our long siege of Orsinium taught us the value of patience. Now you must face the forces of the Breton king, Joal, a treacherous asp, whose lust for power led to broken alliances and countless sorrows.
Who was King Jolie?
He was the king of Daggerfall during the siege of Orsinium. The embers of the Orcish hold had not even cooled before he took up arms against our ancestors, his former allies. He was slain by a heroic sword singer at the Battle of Bankarai Pass.
What is my task?
You must slay the perfidious spirits of King Joal's Breton army. Then King Joal himself, I suspect. Tuwaka shall be watching.
Tuwaka's always watching.
Off with you, Swit!
Burn it!
I've never known fear like this. I think I'm getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Stupid Redguard, you served your purpose. Now you will die.
Joal's betrayal taught us yet another virtue. Caution. Wariness. We remain slow to trust, but loyal beyond measure. You have reached the summit. The Make-Way God sees much at this height. Have you learned the greatest lesson of this place?
Maybe. What is the lesson?
The greatest lesson of Hundig's watch is this. Wars are fleeting, but honor is eternal. The dunes of time are ever shifting. Kings rise and fall. Cities are raised and rebuilt. Alliances are forged and broken. But honor, glory, legend remains.
Okay. Complete quest.
Your valor strikes a mighty bell. The heroes have come here themselves. Nakela Leki, Derek Hallen, and both Frandar and Divad Hunding. Their spirits have come here to meet you, to challenge you, and to teach you.
I must fight these heroes themselves now?
No, you will not cross blades. The Sword Singers were as much mages as warriors. They sought strength of body and of mind. These spirits will speak to you. Choose your words with care, though. Tawaka says they seek to teach and to test.
Alright, I'll speak to the heroic spirits. I'm just gonna pick what I think the best options are here because nobody is on to vote, so.
The blades are forbidden. We must not use them.
Without them, our people, our civilization will die.
Taking up those blades may lead to something far worse than death.
All choices exact a toll, Wayfarer. Some are trivial, but some linger for generations. I was forced to drink from a bitter cup in my time, and all Redguards have paid the price. I wonder if you would have made the same choice.
Go on.
Giant goblins, beasts thought conquered by Divad, have returned. The fight goes poorly. You know the location of powerful magicked blades. They are dangerous. They were hidden for a reason. Do you seek out the blades, or fight on without them?
See, I take up the blades.
I acted as you would. We chose the blades and destroyed the beasts. But as a result, the Shahai, or spirit swords, were forever destroyed. Centuries of wondrous tradition was snuffed out. I must bear that weight always.
No need to worry. Saizahan has summoned his Shihai. Now he can teach others to do it.
I spent my early years as a maiden of the Spirit Blade. As early as I can remember. Great heroes often carry the greatest regrets. They lie buried in the sand with the bones and broken blades, hidden, forgotten. I had many stories to pass on, but only one is known. Hearken to me.
Go on.
You have won a great battle and covered yourself in glory, but you are gravely wounded. A magical memory stone will allow you to record your last thoughts. Do you think of the battle recording history? Or do you immortalize your beloved family?
I would choose history.
The battle was important, yes. But is love not also worthy of remembrance? I thought of my training and the details of the battle, but as I turned my thoughts to family, death silenced me. Now they are forgotten, lost for all time.
We must consider negotiation, my son.
To the dogs with that! Hira has killed my mother. He killed your wife.
What you say is true. But many more wives and sisters will die if we take up the sword.
This cave has made a coward of you. We must fight!
To choose for oneself is simple. To choose for a nation is hard. The heaviest blade is as a feather compared to the trust of one's people. Abide with me, and listen carefully.
Yes, please continue.
A tyrant threatens your people. If you submit to him and become his willing thrall, your people will be shown mercy. If you attack, you and your people will be driven from your homeland and exiled to the sea. What do you do?
I would attack.
I too choose to attack. But all choices bear a cost, Wayfarer. When the last sword was sheathed in the shadow of Mount Hatu, the dead were beyond counting. Many more were lost at sea during the Exodus. Was the price of honor too high?
He's talking about the sinking of, Yakuta. They put down a tyrant that cost them their homeland.
The goblins approach, my lord. They will slaughter our scouts.
We must hold this pass or the war is lost. Their sacrifice will be remembered always.
Many of our noblest warriors will be slain. How can you turn your back to them?
A goat will run if you strike it. A jackal may bite if you give chase. Only man can choose to do nothing. The path of restraint is often the hardest. I pose to you a question, one that still haunts me.
Yes, go on.
You are a scout for a great army, perched on a mountainside. In the pass below, a band of enemy soldiers slowly approach the position of your dearest friend. Do you abandon your post to help your friend, or do you remain hidden to report the attack?
I remain hidden.
So, you place duty above personal concerns. Your superiors would be pleased, certainly. But could you bear the guilt? Could you walk all the long trails of your life, knowing that your inaction led to the death of your closest friend?
Speak to Faravad atop the monument.
Tuwaka tells me the heroic spirits have returned to their slumber.
Did I pass the spirit's test?
Ah, only Tuwaka has such knowledge, my friend. I could barely hear you from here. Luckily, Tuwaka has shared some of his wisdom with me.
What have you learned?
You walk the narrow path that cuts between glory and sacrifice, valor and patience. You measure your pursuit of honor with reason and foresight. To see all ends is a gift only Tuwaka possesses. But to walk in his footsteps is wise indeed.
Is this what I was meant to learn?
What? No. I simply thought you'd like to know what Tuwaka thought of you. He is an excellent judge of character. No. The real lesson of these heroes is that legend always carries a price. You must be prepared to pay that toll when it comes.
Complete quest.
Tuwaka extends his hand. You need only enter the portal, and you will be transported back to the desert below.
That didn't even count as one of the main quests, even though it was marked as a main quest. While I would like to use the portal that Tuwaka sent, I'm gonna go close the time breach instead. Assuming that I didn't already do it. I may have already closed it, hold on. I don't remember. Oh, I already closed it. Never mind, I'm an idiot. That probably did more damage than it should have. This is where the portal's supposed to take me to. Hello, Captain.
Shiri, the scholar's apprentice. Have you seen her? She had the ancient text from the Withered Hand necromancer at Tava's Blessing. She was supposed to go back to Bergama, but she never made it.
I haven't seen her. Why would she be here?
We knew Shiri believed the Third Ward was here, and that you came this way, so we were hoping. Alas, there is one other place she might be, but I am too weak to make the journey. Will you take on the search for Shiri in my stead?
What's so important about finding Shiri?
It is not just Shiri. It is the text she found at Tava's Blessing. Scholar Zore says it must be kept away from the Withered Hand. Shiri has a cousin in Satakalam, Nahira. Please, you must go and see if Shiri is there.
Alright, I'll go look for Shiri.
Thank you, my friend. Prince Azaz said you were indispensable. I now see why. You do an old soldier a great favor by helping. I hope Shiri is not hurt, and even more so, I hope that text has not been taken again by the Withered Hand.
How did you get injured?
I was beset by many troubles on the journey from Tava's Blessing. Scorpions, dune rippers, and then, not far from here, I was ambushed by the Withered Hand. I managed to kill the dirty dogs, but not before they had hurt me pretty good.
Are you going to be alright?
Yes. Yes, I just need time to rest, to eat, and to properly bandage my wounds. Finding Shiri is too important, though. I would have made myself go on, however slowly, if you were not here.
Why would Shiri visit her cousin in that town's name that I'm not going to try to say?
I do not know, but it is all we have to go on. Scholar Zore was almost certain Shiri would have come here, but she suggested Satakalam as her next guess. Shiri was not close to her cousin, but Zore said she planned to visit Nahira someday.
What do I do if I find Shiri?
She needs to take that text she found in Tava's Blessing and bring it back to Zore and Bergama. If you are willing, I would suggest you escort the girl there yourself. She seems to have a talent for getting lost.
That's highly suspicious, actually. So we know where we're going. We're going here. But there's something we need to check for first. The last striking locale. Huh, I'm not seeing where it is. I see one, but there's, like, that's the one that I know where it is. Why is this not cooperating with me? Oh, it's the one that's outside Bergama, down here on the road. Well, that's fine. I'll just jump over there and get it real quick. Got a little less than an hour. I think we can make it. We may have to go a little bit over, but I think we're going to finish Alakir Desert today. Yeah, we only have 5 quests left to finish the adventure achievement.
Ride.
I think there's enough quests left to finish that. I don't know. If there's not, we'll definitely have to go back and do another quest somewhere. I must have missed a quest somewhere. Hey, M Sharp, welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good day so far. I'm streaming in 720p today. How does the quality look? Nice, nice. Do you think the quality looks any better in 720p, or do you think I need to go back to 540? Okay. Well, I've got it in standard 720, so I figure we might as well try it in 720, because 540 was getting kind of choppy sometimes when I was going back and looking through the video feeds. I'm like, you know, I haven't tried 720. Let's see how 720 looks, so. We're almost done. We've just got one big area left to do and 2 main quests, and then we're done with the Alakir. So, I mean, I need to get the Alakir Adventure achievement. Actually, no, I really don't need to get the Alakir Adventure achievement. Because the new achievement system that's coming out is going to make that achievement universal across my characters. So there's no reason to pick that up. I mean, I could do this quest.
Talking about what you did for Narina. Driving off that... The mine. It is collapsing. I left my partner down there. I beseech you to help me in this.
What happened?
We were digging, and then there was a rumbling, and the ceiling began to fall. I thought he was right beside me, but alas, he did not emerge. I would go back, but I have inhaled too much dust. I cannot catch my breath.
You're talking pretty well for someone who can't catch their breath. Are you sure he's still alive?
No, and that is what I fear the most. I would never be able to forgive myself. At the very least, though, I must retrieve his supply pack. Everything is in there. Our maps, our water, our food. I cannot survive without these things.
I'll bring back your partner, at least the supplies.
Please, go quickly. It would be terrible if the mine collapsed and we did not at least discover my partner's fate.
What's your partner's name?
His name is Haidar. I worked for him for many years before he began acknowledging me as his partner rather than his apprentice. I learned much from him, though. I truly hope you are able to get him out of there.
Is it safe for me to go down there?
No, it is not safe. When a mine becomes unstable like this, there is no way to know when it will collapse completely. It's always a gamble. But you look like you are accustomed to danger, and so much... I mean, my partner's life is at stake.
What were you mining for?
Dwemer gold. It is buried under this desert somewhere. My partner and I worked Kulati mines for some time, but that effort was of no avail. We came here on our own. The fewer people involved, the greater the reward if something is discovered.
You didn't find anything?
No, there is no Dwemer gold down there. We had already decided to give up on this mine even before the rumbling began. We had talked of seeking our fortunes in Bangkorai. Though now, I suppose, I might be going there on my own.
Look, these trove. There's some ore down here.
You are bold to enter a collapsing mine, stranger. Beware lest you share my fate.
You were crushed beneath the rocks?
No. Only my skull was crushed. And this by the tip of my partner's pickaxe. We finally found something of value down here. Gems. But in that very moment, I saw the price of my life's blood in her beautiful eyes.
She murdered you?
Yes. And keenly do I feel the need for revenge. In death, I have been granted this opportunity. I have poured my hatred into the gems we found. Give them to her. Give them to Samsi, and she will be repaid for her treachery.
Alright, we got 2 choices, M-Sharp. We can give her the cursed gemstones, or we can say revenge is wrong, I have to tell her the truth. What did she do again? She murdered him with a pickaxe for over some gemstones. So they finally found some gemstones. She took her pickaxe and killed him, and then probably destabilized, or probably in the process ended up destabilizing the cave, causing the cave to start to fall in. Bitch deserves it. Okay, I'll give her the cursed gemstones. Find peace, spirit.
I am obliged to you.
He said my brain hurts. This was to stop using it, then buddy.
Oh no! The fact that he is not with you does not bode well. Did you find anything? Was he dead? What about the supplies?
I think I found what you really wanted all along.
The gemstones? Thank you so much. I am surprised you... Well, I am simply grateful. I have spent so many years searching in the darkness and found nothing. My luck has finally changed. I am so happy. Wait. Something is wrong. I feel...
Hopefully the curse was spent. The curse on those gems was spent after that. I hate to think that it was still active and could hurt somebody else. Yep, she did. She had it coming, to be honest. Like, don't murder your friend with a pickaxe. Yeah, I don't think it could have affected me anyways, because my character is different. Because of the corruption of Cold Harbor, my character isn't capable of being killed. Like, even if my character was to die, they would just reform just like a Daedra would. Which is what the whole, that's the whole, like, reasoning for the MMO, like, style where, you know, you die and you show up back at a waste shrine and you can stand back up from your body. It's the corruption of, Cold Harbor on you. Alright, we need to go to the final town, which means I'm getting back to the waste shrine. I can find the way shrine. Yeah, there are other cursed objects that are supposed to kill the person that touches it that your character picks up and manipulates. So there's this axe in, I think it's Grotwood, or... It's either Grotwood or Green Shade, but the axe has a curse on it. Whoever touches the axe is supposed to meet a tragic end. But the player character can pick it up and touch it without any without any misfortune befalling them because of their nature from Cold Harbor. At least that's the reasoning given in the game. Alright, General Thada.
We'll take out the sentry on Western. Now here's one who I know is loyal to the king. It's good to see you again, my friend. You're going to find this hard to believe, but the damned Imperials are here. They've seized control of the city. For the moment, at least.
Why have the Imperials attacked here?
They're in league with the damned Withered Hand. As if we didn't have enough necromancers to deal with already. No matter what, we can't allow the Imperials to get a foothold here. We're going to take the city back and kill them. All of them.
Sounds like you have everything under control.
I'm glad I have one of us fooled. The Imperial Curs actually have one up on us. They're holding hostages, and the king doesn't want their blood on his hands. I need someone, unofficial, to go in and free the hostages. What do you say?
I can free the hostages.
Your loyalty to the crown will be rewarded, my friend. You have my word. I can even make this easier for you. Wear this Imperial armor, and you should be able to walk around the city unnoticed.
Take disguise.
Here you go. This should help you get around the city unnoticed while you're freeing the hostages. Be wary, though. Some of the Imperials may not be so easily fooled.
How do I find the hostages?
There are 4. Lord Zagari, Magistrate Govan, Shamon al-Sentinel, and Lady Moyaltha. I'll mark your map where they're being held. The flea-bitten Imperials have blocked many of the ground-level doors, so I suggest taking the bridges.
What if they kill the hostages?
I don't think they will. The Imperials think strategically. They took the hostages to protect themselves, and they don't want to give that up. If they do kill them, well then, that just means we can go ahead and attack.
How are things in Sentinel? Oh, no, actually, when did the Imperials become allied with the Withered Hand?
Don't know exactly. Our spies in Cyrodiil knew nothing about it. I suspect they've been in league all along, though. Probably some necromancer treaty they all signed in blood or something. Either way, my blade doesn't discriminate.
Are the Imperials the greater threat now?
Generally speaking, I'm sure they are. But I'm more concerned about the Withered Hand. Those evil bastards won't rest until they've killed every last one of us. We can't fight the Imperials if we're all dead.
How are things in Sentinel?
They've gone from bad to worse. The Horajad can't even go out in public without getting heckled. Crazy as it sounds. The damn crowns have people believing that if the king steps down, the Withered Hand problem will just go away.
We've recovered 2 of the Ansei wards.
I heard. Prince Azaz singing your praises all across the desert. The prince might be headed here soon. I hope so. And I hope the 2 of you can find that last Ansei ward.
Alright, let's continue. Might help if I actually put on my disguise. Hey Mary, I need you to take a break, please. Thank you, because you're just gonna get in my way. Oh, I am an Imperial Legion lizard. I serve the Legion. I just am going to be an Imperial Legion lizard. There's nothing suspicious about a lizard and the Legion. Oh, there's nothing suspicious about a lizard and the Legion. Hey, I said there's nothing suspicious about a lizard in the Legion. Get it through your thick skull, you dang sentry. And now my disguise is destroyed, so I'm gonna have to kill some people and find their disguise and take their clothes. Which I would like to know how.
I am extremely pleased to see you. I always thought the Imperials were civilized, but the way they've treated us, they're absolutely swine.
I'm here to rescue you.
Good. I don't think I could have tolerated another day up here. I'm afraid of heights, you know. I trust the other hostages are being freed as well.
They are. Go on now. Yeah, it looks like I might have to go a little bit over my original planned, like 2.5 hours in order to get this area done today. But I definitely want to get this area done today.
I owe you one.
Whatever it is you people seek to accomplish, your efforts will be to no avail. Wait, you're no Imperial. Are you with King Faharajad's army?
Yes, General Thoda sent me.
Alas, I never dreamt I would say it, but I swear eternal loyalty to King Faharajad. We must cease this crown against forebear business. We must be united against the Imperials.
Go on then, head south out of the city. Every little thing she does is lizard-like. Every little thing is lizard-like.
By the gods, I swear that you infidels will all die. You will find that Red Guards are not merciful. Hold on. You're no Imperial. Does this mean we're going to take the city back?
Well, duh, I have a tail. Of course I'm not an Imperial. General Thoda and his troops are preparing to attack.
Ah, Thoda. I know him well. That's very encouraging. I've been listening to their strategies. I can give the general some good insights into how to plan the attack.
Get going then. One more.
You filthy dog. You can hurt me if you wish, but I swear you will pay for attacking our city. Tuwaka's breath. You are not one of them. Did the king send his army then? These Imperials could launch a full invasion if they are not stopped.
The king's army prepares to attack even now.
Then we must move with haste. The Imperials are using a secret passage to enter the city. If we can collapse the passage, we can stop them from sending reinforcements.
Where is this passage?
There are old smuggling tunnels that run beneath the mountains from Bangkorai to Satakalam. I believe the entrance to one of these tunnels lies beneath Magnifico Korshad's manor. I believe he betrayed us to the Imperials.
What makes you suspect the Magnifico?
Everyone else was killed or kept hostage, but I saw Magnifico Korshad walking freely among the Imperials. You should search his manor at the northeast edge of the city. That may put the Imperials on alert, though, so free all the hostages first.
I'll search the manor. You should get out of here. I need to go grab that other quest.
Oh, Rutka, you wear Imperial armor, but I can see in your face that you are not one of them. Perhaps you will understand my misery then. This was the most beautiful temple in all Alakir, before the Imperials came. I do not know if it can be restored.
Why did they defile the temple?
Because they are worshippers of Molag Bal. They spit on our faith. They spit on our culture. They spit on our gods. Not only did they kill the other priests, but they ransacked the building, taking everything of value and destroying the rest.
Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Perhaps. All these other things can be replaced, but they took the temple's relics, sacred ornaments that date back to the time of the regatta. If you could reclaim these relics, that would be a start.
I can reclaim your relics.
If you can restore our relics, perhaps my faith will return, and we can restore the temple. There are 3 relics missing. They represent body, mind, and spirit. The Sword of Shabnam, Majil's Scroll, and the Lamp of the Satakalam.
Where do I find the relics?
Sadly, I do not know. The Imperials have stolen them and taken them I know not where. Perhaps we must trust in the gods. If it is their will that the temple be restored, they will guide your steps.
What makes these relics so important?
They are the sacred tokens of this temple. All temples have relics to honor the gods, but these are specific to us. They were dedicated centuries ago when the temple was built. They represent the aspects of the Red Guard in mind, body, and spirit.
All the priests were killed except you?
I would gladly trade places with any of them. And I tried. I begged the Imperials to take my life. But they left me. They wanted me to stay here and suffer with the knowledge of my useless faith.
Wow, that's cruel. So this quest is actually doable after you complete the main quest in this area. It's actually a little easier to do if you wait, because you don't have to worry about this every time you turn around. They sure didn't take the relics very far.
Wake the dead.
I never tell the truth to those unworthy of it.
This person is our enemy. Quickly.
They've got all the routes blocked, so it looks like we are going to have to commit murder! There we go. Hello there, Magnifico.
Whoever you are, I rejoice that you have come to my rescue. The Imperials have kept me locked in here. I deemed it likely that they would seize control of all Alakir, and there would be nowhere to flee to.
Don't lie, you helped the Imperials, didn't you?
Yes, it's true, but only because resisting would have been to no avail. They sought to use my manor as their command center. They would have slain me if I had not complied.
Show me where the Imperials are coming in.
Coming in? I do not have any insight on this. I have been contained here in the manor the whole time. I did not even witness the Imperials marching into the city.
Are you lying to me?
Yes, but please don't hurt me. I did. I permitted the Imperials to use the smuggling tunnel beneath the manor, but I regret it now. There's a hatch below. Take the key. Do whatever you wish.
How do I stop them from coming through the tunnel?
There are barrels of kindle pitch down in the tunnel. If you place them near the supports and ignite them, that should collapse the tunnel. I am very sorry for what I have done. Perhaps you could permit me to leave?
We have two choices. We can let him go but tell him never to come back to the city, or we can say, no, you betrayed the Covenant, you die, and kill him. Death. No, you betrayed the Covenant, you die. That's what I did my first time playing through this. When I first came to this place, I was like, nope, you know what, I'm tired of cultists, but stabbed him through the heart. I'm tired of people betraying the Covenant. It's a disgrace of a red guard, indeed. I like how M Sharp is like completely supportive of the red guard for every other race. Pretty much every other race. I need 8 barrels of kindle pitch. Good gracious. Well, you'll get to see both Bretons and Red Guards in the next zone, because Bankurai is kind of a mix of the two. So. I need to get out of here. It's like, just casually lights the barrels of kindle pitch. It's like, oh wait, I need to get out of here. Oh hey look, we've taken the city.
Sure glad to see you.
This quest, the other quest has become a lot easier to accomplish now.
Good work. Hostages came out and we attacked. Cut right through the bastards and scoured the city. Just a handful of Imperials holding out now. They still haven't figured out how they got here though. I'm worried reinforcements may be on the way.
No need to worry, I collapsed the tunnel they were coming through.
It was a tunnel. Does that mean they were coming from Bankurai? I guess that's a concern for another time. I'm damn glad you collapsed the tunnel, though. I guess that's a good day's work for all of us.
Yep.
There's more to be done, though. Always is, isn't there? Prince Azar's here. He says they've tracked down the third Ansei ward, and he wants you to join him as soon as possible at the Motalian Necropolis.
What's the Motalian Necropolis?
It's a dark place. The largest necropolis in all Alakir. It's just west of Satakalam. If the Withered Hand's there, I know the Prince needs help. I'll send troops as soon as we're done in the city, but I suggest you join him now if you can.
I'll go to the necropolis right away. Well, not actually. I've got another quest to finish first. Oh yeah, only 3 more quests being done with the... and then this is one of them, so there'll only be 2 left. And look at that, there's 2 main quests left, so we'll finish the adventure achievement, even though there's absolutely no reason to do so because of the upcoming change. We are just... I want to say we are a week away, because I think the 29th is when the next update comes out. We're like a week away from the next update. And which means new DLC dungeons that will be streaming with the group. You know, FC Photo, RCG, and Tina Anna have all agreed to reprise their roles as my assistants. Well, my lovely assistants. At least FC is my lovely assistant. RCG and Tina Anna, they're members of the Murder Squad, so. Which is what we jokingly call our event crew, is the Murder Squad. But I'm really looking forward to it. The 2 new dungeons are the Coral Airy and the Shipwright's Regret, and I'm really looking forward to both of them. Murder, yes. If you want to be a part of the Murder Squad, M Sharp, you could always join our guild. I mean, you'd have to get ESO, and you'd have to make a female character. Then you'd have to join Guild of Femina on the PS4. And you'd have to have a PS4, assuming that you don't have one. FF14's enough, that's fair. Although, one thing I like about a lot of the collection stuff you can do is group events. Like, you can go and get Sky Shards together, you can do stuff together in ESO. There's a lot of the... I mean, maybe you could do... Plus no anime cat girls, that's fair. I mean, there are female Khajiit.
You return? I cannot believe... Do you have the relics?
Yes, I have all 3 relics right here.
I did not believe.
No.
I prayed and prayed, but felt nothing. I was convinced the gods had deserted me. But you...
What do you want me to do now?
You are their sign to me.
What do you want me to do now?
You must act with the honors, of course. Replace the relics on their respective altars.
Alright, I'll replace the relics. Alright, that's the scroll. That's the sword. And that's the mirror. Or the lamp, sorry.
I believe I can sense the gods returning already. I lost my faith, but you have restored it.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, you have done enough. More than enough. You have restored the temple's treasures. These relics were all that was here when the temple was built, and they are all that is needed for it to be rebuilt.
Okay. And that's Tava's blessing done. There's just 1 location left. Or not Tava's blessing, it's Sakakalam. Find the necropolis. Honestly, I wouldn't even need the quest marker to find the necropolis, because look at the way it's glowing in the eerie blue light. Talia.
You're here? Thank the gods. We need you.
The third Ansei ward is here. That girl, Shiri, the scholar's apprentice.
Also, it's
She
green.
is a necromancer.
Greenish blue.
And she has come to the necropolis. We have
bluish
to stop
green.
her.
What is she doing here?
Raising the dead. The consecrated dead. The very dangerous consecrated dead. The most evil people who ever walked the sands of the Alikir are entombed in the Battalion necropolis. Prince Azza and I came to stop them, but we were overpowered.
Where's Prince Azza now?
I fear he is either dead or taken captive. We were attacked by so many, so fast. I tried to find him, but to no avail. I came back to catch my breath. With you here, though, I am willing to try again. If you are, that is.
Yes, let's go find the prince.
We must hurry to find the prince. That girl, Shiri. She is not who we thought she was. She is heartless. Given the chance, I have no doubt she will kill the prince and raise him as her undead thrall. We must not allow that to happen.
Was anyone else with Prince Azza?
Thronekeeper Farvad and several of the prince's guards came here with us, but most of them were killed when we were attacked. It happened so fast. We should have been more prepared.
How did Thronekeeper Farad get here?
He came on his own. He said someone warned him about Shiri and that he was directed to come to Battalion Necropolis. Of course, he also said Tuwaka was speaking to him, so I am not sure how much to believe.
How did you learn about Shiri?
We were cleaning up at Tava's blessing, putting down the risen dead that remained, but the prince learned that the withered hand had been seen here. When we entered the necropolis, they attacked immediately, and Shiri was leading them.
So she's a necromancer.
Yes. Prince Azza said she was the sister to Uwafa and Alasan. He remembered her from when she was a little child. I was just shocked to see her cursing us and casting her dark magics. She is the most evil person I have ever seen.
Why did Shiri come here?
To raise an army, we assumed. Thronekeeper Farvad suspected something else, though. He would not say exactly, but he seemed very concerned. Perhaps the prince understood what he was nervous about. Regardless, we need to find him quickly.
Alright, I'm heading in. Mary, I'm gonna need your help here.
Miss me?
Yeah, some people come here to grind because it's actually a really neat place to grind. Because you can actually stack up a lot of these undead fairly quickly. And they die pretty fast. But we're not here to grind levels right now, or champion points right now. I'll kill the ones in my path, but I'm not gonna any rush to grind the undead. See, look, there's a person grinding right now. You can see all the bodies that they killed. Your Majesty?
Damn it all. I can't believe you're finding me like this again. It was humiliating enough the last time. There's no time for jests, though. The Withered Hand has stolen back the Ansei wards we recovered. They have all three again.
How did that happen?
You gave Ansei Maja's ward to me for safekeeping, and so I was holding on to it. Thronekeeper Farvan was here too, with Ansei Radon's ward. I think Shiri planned it this way. I think she lured us here to get the wards back.
What makes you think Shiri planned all this?
Isn't it obvious? She was fooling us all. Apprenticing with Scholar Zore so she could learn about the Ansei wards. Coming along with us to Tava's blessing. She is diabolical. She is like her father. She is the sibling we were warned about.
How do we stop her?
I don't know. I don't even know what she's planning. If we get the Ansei wards back, that should at least slow her down, though. Shiri took Ansei Maja's ward into the next room, where she performed some kind of ritual.
Is she still there? In there?
No. After she finished the ritual, she left. But I think the ward is still in there. Please, you have to go in there and get it. And then find Thronekeeper Farvad and the ward he was carrying. I'll catch up. If you untie me first, that is.
I'll untie you and then be on my way.
Thanks to my sister.
Oh, he's out.
I am restored, and now I will have my vengeance.
Or will you? Burst of vengeance there, bud. To be fair, he was facing the battle lizard. I mean, it was really only one outcome that was possible. A bridge. I love taking bridges. It's so fun. Like, in Fire Emblem, my favorite maps have always been involved bridges and capturing the bridge. It's the same with Advanced Wars. I love taking bridges because they're so strategic, and you can set up so well. Like, you can set up your artillery or your ranged units and make use of the bridge to take out people that are crossing the bridge. And you just put like one really tanky, beefy dude right in the middle of the bridge to keep anybody from crossing. And your mage can stand like right behind them and fire magic right over their heads.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
I think one issue I had with when I was playing the Silver Snow route in well, I was playing the original, like, Red... Is it Red? It's not Red Lions, it's... No, it is Red Lions. When I was doing the Red Lion start for to go to Silver Snow, the thing is you have so many mages in that house. It's like, you don't really have any bulky characters. And that, I mean, you have a couple, but they're not a lot.
What have I done? What have I done? I have struck down one of our ancestors. I have betrayed my vows, my people, my God. Tuwaka, how could you allow me to do this?
Thronekeeper Farvad, are you alright?
No. No, I am not alright. Not alright at all. I have failed Tuwaka. First, I lost Ansei Radan's ward, and then to get it back, I was forced to strike down the honored dead. Now the ward is corrupted, and so am I.
Yeah, I used Frederick and Casper as my walls. I had Frederick as a armored knight on a horseback, and I had Casper. Casper was I think he was a wyvern rider. I think is what I made him. But he could take some blows. Byleth wasn't really tanky. I mostly used Byleth to wipe out enemy units, and Sethith. I think I had Sethith wipe out enemy units too. I don't think I ever used Sethith as a wall. Surely Tuwaka could forgive you somehow.
Well, perhaps. Tuwaka says now that you are here, there is a way. I must cleanse the ward. But I will need you to protect me while I do. Would you do that for me, my friend?
Of course, but what am I protecting you from?
The dead. That witch, Shiri, has set them against us. They will try to stop me from cleansing the ward. But if you will defend me, I can cleanse it. If you are ready. Tuwaka says we should do this as soon as we can.
I'm ready. Let's do this. Oh, I gotta go in here. Duh. Yeah.
I will cleanse the blade. You keep them off of me. Tuwaka says to keep it up. You are doing a good job.
Well, can Tuwaka come down here and help us? I don't think that's that much to ask, is it?
Yes.
Is that the last of them?
Yes. We are close now. That's it.
Walker says no, he
Just a
doesn't get
bit
hazard pay.
more. There. It is done. Come, quickly now. We must stop this woman, Shiri. Meet me at the central tomb.
I don't get hazard pay either, Tuwaka. Why don't I get out of doing things because I don't get hazard pay? Like, if you can get out of things and you don't get hazard pay, I surely should get out of them too.
Get back, you fetcher!
I am glad you caught up. I am glad you came to the necropolis in the first place. Tuwaka says, you are the one who must stop Shiri from doing this dark deed.
He's not a contractor. Contractor problems are their own. What dark deed? What is Shiri planning?
She is planning to resurrect her father, the necromancer Satura. I was much younger when this man tried to turn the Alakir into a kingdom of undeath. But I will never forget the horror, the terror. Oh, we cannot allow Satura to return.
What makes them so dangerous?
He was the most powerful necromancer to ever walk these sands. Worse than his children, I suspect. Tuwaka warns me. Satura will be unstoppable if he is returned from the dead. He will be a great lich, or something even more terrible.
How can we stop Ciri then?
We will kill her and retrieve the last Anse ward. Shiri has sealed the tomb, though. Tuwaka says 2 of us will have to channel the wards we have to open the door. The other one can go in and join you in the fight. You must choose who will come.
Alright, I'll make my choice. Alright, we have a choice of 3 people that can go with us into the cave. There's Prince Uzzah, Crown Prince of the Alakir Desert. We have Thronekeeper Farvad. Or we have Tala Atsmara, an Ashsabi, a Ashaba warrior who's sworn to destroy the undead. Who are we taking with us? And of course there's me and Miri, so...
Feeling shy?
Do I have a sword for you? I have a battle axe. You can use that for now. Tuwaka Speaker Man. Okay, Thronekeeper Farvad, you're coming with us.
I will join you if you wish. I am no great warrior. I am only a humble priest. But Tuwaka says I can be of great assistance to you in this battle. He says it is up to you to make this decision, though.
How does Tawaka think you can help me?
I am not one inclined to inflict pain and suffering, but I am skilled in doing the opposite. Tawaka says this will be a very hard battle even for you. He says it would be my duty to keep you in the fight, to keep you healed.
I mean, I have the Ring of the Pale Order for that, but then I'll like you to join me, Farvad.
Tawaka walks with you, and so will I.
All right. Let us open the door, then.
This world will not stand before the power of an Ansei ward.
It is done. Tawaka says
this.
it is time for us to go
Tawaka
in.
says he is busy. Tawaka eat bed burrito, regret this. Oh god. Ring ring, it's Tawaka. Defeat all enemies in the crypt.
Off with you, switch!
It's like, why is lightning form not happening?
Killing my brother.
This is for Uwapa!
My father will soon be raised. There is nothing you can do. This is for all my family. I die, but my father will avenge me. Satura will avenge us all!
I live again. You die.
You've already lost more than half your HP bar, and we only just started fighting.
To all things, there is a beginning and an end. Remember this.
What do we do now?
The Ansei wards must be returned to Sentinel for safekeeping. Then we can return to our vigil. Then we can again protect the Alakir.
I will return the wards to Sentinel then.
You will. Come out of the crypt. I will help you and your friends return to Sentinel quickly.
No, I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm trying to grab the ward. There we go. Alright, let's go. Tawaka here, funny joke. Must share. Oh god.
I have opened. Honor and faith are due all. But you who have come from afar, your contribution is matched in measure only by the length of your journey. Thank you.
Probably as weird as the other guy who talks to RK all the time. You are welcome, Ansei.
Through you, the Ansei wards have been recovered, and so it will be through you they are restored.
Complete quest.
You have accomplished a heroic feat today, but there is more to be done.
What would you have me do?
Return the Ansei wards to their rightful place. The impervious vault. The vault is stronger. It will protect the ward so that we can again protect the Alakir. I have opened this portal to the vault. You may use it if you wish.
I will return to the impervious vault. The king for Harajard.
One cannot be a great ruler without first being an impeccable judge of character. You walked into my palace a stranger, but I trusted you immediately. You have proven that my faith was well placed.
It's been an honor, Your Majesty.
Come, though. This is an historic day. We have strengthened the seals on the impervious vault. Your friends and many others have gathered to witness the return of the Ansei wards to their rightful place. Take them. The honor is yours.
I will restore the wards. That's one. That's two. And that's three.
The wards are restored, and so are we. We can again maintain vigil over the living and the dead, and ensure that both adhere to the divine laws of Tuwaka. Your role in this has not gone unnoticed, young one.
Is it finished then?
For us, it is never finished. But for you, your road leads elsewhere. You have done for Alakir far more than many others would have. You have fought bravely, sacrificed honorably. You have acted as an Ansei would have.
Where do I go now?
Your path is your own, but be assured, Tuwaka has blessed you. And wherever you go, the gods will be with you. Remain steadfast, mortal, and may you come safely to your journey's end.
Thank you, Ansei.
Today is a good day, my friends. Our sacred guardians are restored.
Yes!
The specter of undeath threatened our kingdom, our lives. The sands of the Alakir howled with the outrage of our honored ancestors. Now, though, the spawn of Satura are dead, and they will remain that way. The withered hand is scattered.
Faith.
Many of you already know this, but all this was accomplished only because of this one who stands here before you. The spirit of Divad raises his blade in salute. Someday, this hero's song will be sung in the chants of praise. All hail our great protector. All hail the hero of the Alakir. In addition to the public praise, I must add my own private words of appreciation, Wayfarer. You not only saved the kingdom, you also saved its king. My reign would have been buried in the sands had you not intervened.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Majesty.
In honor of your selfless dedication, your unwavering courage, and the incredible service you have done the kingdom, I have a gift. This was one of Sentinel's greatest treasures. Now it is yours. I know you will use it well. It may seem unappreciative to ask more of you, but I would be neglecting my duty to the Daggerfall Covenant if I did not inform you of the tragedy at Bengarai. Any hope of peace there seems to have dried up in the wake of recent events.
What happened in Benkorai?
King Eamond is dead, killed by the Reachmen. They have long sought to reclaim northern Benkorai, and the war in Cyrodiil has given them the perfect opportunity. I am told the Reachmen march on Evermore even now. The city is in grave danger.
Isn't the Covenant sending troops?
Of course, but it'll take time. Time Evermore doesn't have. You could go now. They need someone like you to rally the city's defenses. After what you've accomplished here, I have no doubt you can make a difference. Will you go, Wayfarer?
Yes, I'll go to Benkorai and see what I can do.
King Eamond had a stable boy who kept me informed. But I've heard nothing since the king's death. Not even word of who assumed the throne. His name is Ramza. Find him, and tell him I sent you to help. We cannot allow Bankarai to fall.
How do I get to Bankarai?
Most of the Buellsay River shipping has been commandeered for the war. So I suggest you take the bridge from Stormhaven. Or if you prefer, there is a more expedient way. Gabrielle can open a portal. You can be in Evermore within the hour.
Did King Edmund have any heirs?
Indeed. A son and a daughter. Very young last I saw them. But his son would be his heir. Ieman's wife, Queen Argella, is cousin to King Emmerich, so she is likely acting as regent. Whatever is necessary to keep Bankarai from falling.
Is King Emmerich sending aid?
If the situation in Bankarai is as dire as it sounds, I expect Emmerich will send the Lion Guard. But they will have to muster and march from Wayrest, so it will take time. Still, if Evermore can hold out against the Reachmen, aid will eventually come.
One last talk with...
Tuwaka says this is good. He says all is as it should be, and you have done well. I agree with Tuwaka. I have enjoyed walking the sands with you.
Oh, I'm glad. One last person to speak, or two last people to speak with, Talia.
My father would be very proud of us, I think. You have ensured that the honor of the Ashaba will abide. I am grateful that I can count on you as one of our tribe.
The honor was all mine, Talia.
You are as generous and kind as you are brave, my brother. I hope we walk the sands together again someday. Until then, remember, true honor need not be named.
Of course. Yeah, no, I got everything. So, yeah, we're ready to go, to move on. Where's the prince? There he is.
When I think back to when this all started, when the Withered Hand had captured me and was holding me beneath the city, I can't believe how far we've come. It wasn't easy, but we've defeated the Withered Hand. We're heroes now.
Okay. Gabrielle, open a portal.
Did I overhear correctly? Faharajad asked you to go to Evermore? Sounds like that place is shaping up to be a real trouble spot. I wish I could come along, but the guild's got me doing something else. Probably not nearly so interesting.
Could you open a portal to Evermore for me?
Of course. That's a big city, though. Wouldn't want to drop you on top of some unfortunate merchant. How about the bridge right outside the gates? I've heard the Reachmen are at the gates. But that could just be a figure of speech.
Sure, I'll take my chances.
One portal to the gates of Evermore right here for you. Good luck. From what I've heard, you're gonna need it.
You heard the Reachmen are at the city gates?
Well, that's what Simone said. But she's a shameless gossip. Furthermore, she might have meant it as a figure of speech. Surely the Reachmen aren't literally at the gates. At least, I hope they're not. For Evermore's sake. And for yours.
Why not portal me into the Mages Guild in Evermore?
Well, it's a long story. I was a novice, and then there was this herd of swine.
Oh, God.
I meant to send them to Northglen, just outside Evermore. But I got a syllable wrong and... Anyway, I'm not allowed to open a portal into the guild there anymore.
Once we land, that'll be the end of the stream for today. But we did it! We completed the Alikir Desert in just 3 streams. So, like, we have 1 stream left in March. Mages must have the best college stories, lol. Yeah, so we have 1 stream left in March, and we have 1 zone left to finish before High Isle. So we are going to make it for certain. We are definitely going to have all, and I've gotten a little bit done. I've gotten 3 delves, 1 area. Must be, what area did I finish? Sunken Road. Oh, right. I remember doing that now. 3 sky shards. Okay. I don't remember getting all these delves and sky shards. Oh, wait. No, I know what these are from. Okay, no, never mind. Now I know what these are from. 2 of them... I did this one for some reason. I can't remember why. Must have been a quest, I guess. And then these 2 were connected with the the prologue quest for Markarth. That's why they're done. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay, well, that is where we're going to end off for today. I will see you guys next week as we start Bankurai and the last zone of the Daggerfall Covenant quest line. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.